Kamaru Usman versus Israel Adesanya. Ali would like to see it because he says, he's quoted as saying...
Because Ali is not in the fight.
I don't think they're best friends.
But both those are his guys. No.
Izzy,
in fact,
Izzy's not with him.
No, Izzy's not. Izzy's with Paradigm Sports, and Kamaru is with Dominance. Yep. Yeah. No wonder he says he wants to see it. He wants to... He's awesome, dude. That dude is a shit stirrer.
Here's the thing, though, John. I want to see it.
Well, I think this is coming out because Kamaru, look, both guys their origins come from Nigeria. Okay, that's great. And so they have a friendship based upon, that. They're both world champions in the UFC as far as their respective weights. They're only one weight, apart, welterweight to middleweight. Makes sense. But Kamaru came out talking about he thought that he matched up better if Blachowicz was still the champion, that he would have matched up better, and he was actually thinking of going up the 2 weight classes to take on Blachowicz because he didn't want to fight Izzy. He's a friend, and he would take on Blachowicz. That was the talk. I'm not saying it's a good idea, okay? I'm not saying I agree with him. But when people start putting this P4P next to your name, you start to believe it until those pounds start to add up in a fight. But
look, I underestimated Usman for a long time. I ain't about to underestimate him again. But 205 is a big chunk of change because Blachowicz is going to come in around 225.
That's only a 35-pound difference from where you normally fight. Yep. And Blachowicz is going to go up another 30 pounds.
Yeah, he's going to go up, I'd say, 225, 230 by the time he get in the cage. Yep, he'll be up around that weight. I mean, I want people to understand that Rockhold, right? He'd weigh in at 185, and by fight time, he'd weigh 202. 202, 203, somewhere in there. I mean, some of these guys put on a ton more weight.
Paulo Costa weighed in at 185, and the night of the fight, he weighed 228.
Jeez.
228, Josh.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's insane. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I look at Usman, and I think guys like Izzy are kind of tailor-made for him to lose to. When it comes down to it, I think I'm gonna take the wrestler over the striker almost every single time, especially the level of wrestler that Usman is, and the fact that he's gotten better with his jab and his boxing. I'm not saying he's gonna stand at all, but I'm saying he's gonna need that stand up to close that distance and get in deep on the legs. And if he's able to utilize whatever stand up he has now, and he'll get better between the time of them talking about the fight and him fighting, he'll get better at that. It'll be a lot harder to teach Izzy how to stop the chain wrestling of Usman in that amount of time. So, because Usman's just going to throw that jab, stick that right hand down the pipe, and then close the distance and get in on the legs and just chain wrestle the shit out of him. Now, he may be able to stop 1 or 2, but can he stop the tenacity of Usman for 5 rounds hard? I mean, I don't know. But every time I've seen him do an interview, he is so about the Nigerians and their success, and I don't see him fighting him. I don't see him fighting him.
I don't either.
And so I mean, this could all be for nothing, us talking about it, but if I'm going to see him fight, I would rather see him fight Izzy because it's closer to his weight, I think it makes for a lot more interesting of a fight because of the style matchup. This is like throwback style. You have a straight kickboxer, who's got some good takedown defense. He's tall, long, and lanky for the weight. And Usman being the pedigree of wrestling he has and the ability to knock people out as well as march them down, walk them down, and out-wrestle them. It's a stylistic matchup that I would love to see.
Yeah.
Next. Sorry.
I just, it's a nice thought to say, well, I match up better with Blachowicz and his style, but you don't match up better with Blachowicz and his size and strength and everything.
No, because if he touches your chin, we'll be waking you up in a week or so.
They talk about Polish power, baby. Look, he can smack.
Yeah.